Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today I'm going to show you how to do the easiest half square triangle star. This comes out to be a 12.5 by 12.5. So the cuts that you will need are for the outside corners here. It is more of your background. I'm considering this as the background color. So these are 3.5, and then you'll need another 4 pieces of the background to go against whatever you're going to put for your star, and those are 3 7/8. And then from your star to your center, though you could leave this as one big square if you like. You don't have to go to the detail of putting the half square triangles in here. You could flip and flop them. You could do different colors. It's completely up to you, but it does make a very super easy, fun, and lovely looking star for you to do as a project pillow. Put a few of these together, use it as a filler block. I'm having it as an opposite block to my tractor quilt project, the red and pink tractors, so I'm very excited to be finishing that. These are some of the blocks I'm working on, and I'm just going to show you how really easy how to put together. So what you'll do is with your 3 7/8 bits of fabric, you're going to either use one of these beautiful rulers here, which allows you to have from the center line to line 1/4 inch on either side, or you can just use your regular just your regular ruler or very straight edge to make a mark from corner to corner. So whatever works for you, either you're sewing on the line or you're going to sew next to the line with your 1/4 inch foot seam allowance, okay? So here, I'm going to show you the marking up of both of them. So I'm going to lay it out here straight. I'm going to line it up from corner to corner using the line of the ruler as my guidance. Now these are going to be the lines we're going to sew on, okay? Just with a pencil or the heat and disappear or the wash away or whatever works for you. And then I'm going to take my other bit of fabric. So this is probably going to be for my center square of my next star. So I'm going to take those 2 right sides together. Hopefully, it's kind of hard to tell with gingham. And then put it off to the side there. So here is another piece, and I'll put my ruler off to the side, and I'm just going to use this ruler, just a straight edge, and go from corner to corner. And then that way I know I'm going to have to sew a 1/4 inch past, okay? So here, let's go underneath the machine real quick so I can show you. And once you get all your blocks together, so those would be the 3 7/8, and this is the 3.5. And of course, once you get these all put together, separated on the diagonal, they become 3.5 with just a little bit of a tail where the fabrics are crossing over, okay? So you can just trim those off. Should be very little squaring up. If you go right in the center from what we're working on here, and see that's where I went I went to 1/4 inch away from that ruler mark. Now this one I'm going to sew right on the ruler mark, okay? So, and then you'll need 6 bits of 6 squares that are going to be this fabric right here that's going to help build out your star, because you need it for here and for here. You only need 2 bits of fabric for there, 2 squares, and then 4 squares for the outside. Okay, so it's 2, 4, 6. Okay, of how many pieces you need, and then of course 4 for the outside. Hopefully that helps. So once you got those together, oops, I gotta sew the other side here. I thought I already had. I jumped the gun. Okay. Line this up here, trying to get it. This is where my 1/4 inch to me is from the needle drop down position there to this little edge here on my foot. That to me works out very well to be a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to show you how you can test that theory, whether you're not sure about whether that is a 1/4 inch on your foot. Okay, separate these. Now this is where you come over and you take your ruler, this one right here, and you lay it on the line that you marked. And if you are 1/4 inch, if your foot is fine, you will ride, that thread will ride right in that 1/4 inch mark right there. And you can check both sides. say maybe you're getting really good on one side and a little off on the other, you know, you gotta tweak it. So once they're good and you know it's good, you just come straight down the center, peel them apart, press to the dark side. Just do a little finger press. You're going to want to do these with all you'll have 12 blocks of half square triangles. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 4 regular solids. Okay, well, not, you know what I mean, not on cut. Okay, and then if you measure this up to the board, okay, we want it to be 3.5. It pretty much is 3.5 right on. You just need to clip off those little dog ears, whether you use a pair of scissors or a pair of snips or what have you, and you're good to go, okay? And then you can set your block out, okay? So I'm just gonna move that over there. So this is how you set your block, okay? Here we go. And this is how they all look when you get them all done. So just take the time and give them a little trim, and then they fit together so much better, okay? So once you have it laid out to whatever you like I said, you can have different colors in here, you can mix and match, you can do whatever you like. It's your block. And then you just start putting it together. So you can either go across or down or what have you. I have half of this block put together already. And then again, just 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right. And then just lay that out. And I always find if I just go 2 by 2, then I don't make so many mistakes. But, you know, we all make mistakes. It's just life. Don't stress about them. All right, so let's line these 2 up. We know we're good there. Love that green fabric. She didn't say no green fabric. She just said no green tractors. So I was okay with that. I've been having fun putting the pink flowery tractors together. Now this is, like I said, it's a great addition for a pillow. You could, you know, start making a Christmas quilt or table runners for the family members, whatever, you know, think about it now. Okay, so those are those 4. We're going to make them 2 by putting the rows together. I kind of like building each one as I go. That way I can change the color sequence because I'm trying to make them unique to the quilt, and using some of the fabrics that are, you know, just complementing the tractors. So, or whatever, or else I'm using as my other side. Okay. There we go, see? That's coming together quite nicely. And then once you get those, you're going to put them together. Now this is where you could, when you're pressing, you could split your seams, and you can split them just like that. So they end up just coming seam to seam together. Okay, and then you can pin that, whatever works for you. Or you can take the bulk of one and flip it one way, and the bulk of other and flip it the other way, and put a pin in. Now that's totally up to me, totally up to you, and to me, because it's my project. But it's totally up to you when you're doing it. And I kind of like putting a pin at each of the intersections because I really do want it to line up to give it that really precise, pretty block, right? Get those points in there, make it shine, right? We want to show off our beautiful work, right? So here, there's some of the ones you can see so far for this project. It's beautiful. I can't wait to finish it up. All right, and so down here. And that's just what a few of them look together. You're going to put 4 or 5 of them together, or 6 of them together, put a little border around it, you got yourself a baby quilt, or a lap quilt, or, you know, a table runner, or placemats, or, you know, a beautiful little wall hanging. Something that's on the table as you enter the house. You can make it all different colors, like red and white for Canada Day, well, or your national holiday, whatever, you can make your colors out of it. Okay. All right, and then when you repress that, we're just going to give that a little finger press. And then same when you're putting your, either you go row by row or half by half, just so I wanted to show you how I was doing this one. Make sure you're pinning here and here, because you really want it to be consistent, right? You really want it, and like I said, again, if you want, you can split your seams, because it's a bit of a bulk to go with here. Try not to have both seams going the same way. So do a little flip, do a little flop. Okay. It's really only on those outer points where you got 8 layers of fabric trying to compete for space as it's going over each other, right? And of course, you don't want to put any more wear and tear on your machine than absolutely necessary. And then once you get your final seam done, your block is done, give it a press. Like even you can just bulk this out a few times and you got a lovely wall hanging. You know, add a couple of little stars on the side, and there's so many different things you could do with it. Oh, please don't tell. I did. That's right. Oh my goodness. Why? Oh, I swear I thought I'd do that. I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. Always on the last one. All right, now line that back up again. Oh, didn't like that. Okay. Clip. Clean that up. Jag in. Okie dokie. It's always very tentative. Just having a moment. Okay. Now, take your pins out, or if you haven't taken them out already, and then do your press. And if you're not happy with any of your seams, you can definitely go back and tweak them. But I think these are pretty darn good. Show it up to that camera so they get a really good view of it. Love that fabric. Is that ever pretty? There we go. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, like I said, just a few of these. Doesn't take long to have something beautiful come together. With some blocks, and then we got some tractors go in between. So super easy half square triangle star. I hope you make one, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are of this block in the comments. Okay, take care, everybody. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to work on the outside border of the Mountain Majesties quilt that we started just a little bit ago. Okay, take care, everybody. Big hugs. Bye-bye.